Welcome, everyone, to Mizpah's Becoming a Father series presented by the Boiling Point Podcast and JDEDESIGNz. I am your host, JD, and of course, the series is following my executive producer, Mizpah, on his journey as he navigates becoming a new father. How old is she now, Mizpah?
She's about 5.5 months.
5.5 months. This is our 9th episode. This is an ongoing series, so continue to watch and tune in and leave us a comment. We'll talk about it in a future episode. And Marcus Fredrickson, God bless you. Marcus Fredrickson plays us in and out of every episode on here. Make sure you check out his music, reverbnation.com/Marcus Fredrickson, and follow us on Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. Just search the Boiling Point Podcast.
Yeah, my allergies have been kicking my butt this spring.
Mine as well. So I think that's pretty much everybody actually. So this is our 9th episode. She's 5.5 months in. I just got to see her just this past Wednesday, and she's definitely starting to get an personality now, attitude. It's definitely starting to come out. It's pretty cool to see, actually.
It is. Interesting fact, at this point, she is double the size that she was lengthwise when she was born.
Wow.
So,
and that's why I waited so long until Uncle John was holding her, because she definitely had to grow.
In 5.5 months, she has doubled in size.
Yeah. Well, I imagine that rate's going to continue here for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Now, the doctor had said that she will slow down a little bit now at this point until, she kind of hits that 1 year mark. But I thought that was very interesting that, at this point, she is double the size she was lengthwise than when she was born. I just found that fascinating.
Yeah, that is certainly interesting. 5.5 months. It's pretty quick. But like you said, it'll slow down. So
yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to slow down fast enough for me. But
yeah, I'm sure about that.
She's been.
So what other things has she been learning here?
Well, she's found her feet.
Yeah.
She started doing that a couple of weeks ago. Started playing with her toes, and she does not like wearing socks. I cannot keep socks on her feet, but she comes by that honestly.
Yeah.
And now she's started trying to suck on her toes.
Well, it's getting warmer out now.
Yep.
So she doesn't need socks as much. She's definitely she's already taken them off. She's probably gonna be a barefooter.
Yeah, I have no doubt. And she started, she's been sucking on her fingers for a while now, but now she has this thing that she finds amusing where she likes to gag herself with her fingers.
Oh.
I never thought that I would say the phrase, "Stop gagging yourself so much." And she thinks it's hilarious. I say it, she laughs at me. Her mom says it, she laughs at her mom. The other day, we were actually coming home from somewhere, and she did it and actually made herself sick. That was fun.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, I had to pull over into the grocery store parking lot, and
and then of course you shared a video with me the other day of you encouraging her to blow raspberries, and I admonished you, telling you how you were going to regret that very soon.
I am not the one that taught her to do that.
And then you try to feed me a load of malarkey about how you didn't teach it to her when you're clearly on the video doing it before she does it back to you. So just I want to make sure our viewers are clear about that, because he tried to sell me a load of malarkey and I was not buying it.
I would like to point out that I was not the one that taught her that. However, yes, I was encouraging her after she started doing it because I thought it was amusing.
Yes, true.
I am probably going to regret that.
Yes,
in my life.
And the only person, your wife vouched for you, and the only person who I would have believed over you was who it actually was, and we're not going to mention any names. Of course, Mizpah just took a sip of his whatever he's drinking in his Boiling Point Podcast mug. Check out our storefront, bonfire.com/store/the Boiling Point Podcast. get yourself a mug. Great plug. Great way to put that in there.
Yeah, I'm actually drinking hot tea.
Okay, excellent. I'm drinking iced tea. What are you letting her taste? One of your bullet points are that you're starting to let her taste different things. So, like, what kind of foods are you letting her taste?
It's been a couple of little things. Like we just had Easter dinner, so she got to taste mashed potatoes. She loved those. And then I had a little bit of like juice from the corn that I left her, on the spoon. I left her taste that.
Oh, nice.
Then of course, somebody in the family left her taste cotton candy. She wasn't so sure how she felt about that. I think it was the whole like dissolving and then it's no longer there. I don't know, but she kind of at first she was like, well, wait, I don't know how I feel about this. So we had takeout Chinese and I had a little bit of sweet and sour sauce on my fingers.
How'd she like that?
She loved that.
No kidding.
She loved it. And like I said, it was just the littlest tiny bit. I just left her taste that and she grabbed a hold of my hand and was like nom 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 nom. Her eyes got all wide and she was like, where's this been my whole life?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just little tastes of things.
Yeah. That's good to do it now though.
We're going to be starting her on rice cereal here soon. But rice that doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it itself.
No, she's gonna hate that. You're introducing her to flavors, and she's gonna hate that. She's gonna be like, "What is this? This is crap. Where are the Fruit Loops?"
She's still eating formula, so it'll be an up step from that.
You're gonna be blending up Fruit Loops and milk for her. No doubt in my mind about that.
So me and the Breeze have actually decided we're going to try making some of the baby food and stuff ourselves once we get to that point. I don't know if we're going to make all of it, but some of it.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Because I was looking at baby food and I don't know if you've ever really looked at baby food labels, probably not, but they have like so many different things on the back of it. I don't know how they even call it food.
Yeah, I have no doubt that if you make your own, it'll probably be healthier.
Yeah, so
and you'll know what's in it.
And it's easy. We have a food processor. We'll be able to throw everything in, blend it up, call it a day. So that's going to be coming up here in the near future.
So how's she doing with other kids? Have you got to have her around any other kids yet?
So yeah, I have a great niece and a great nephew. And the Breeze has some family with some little kids as well. And I'll tell you what, Sammy just loves little kids. Like she laughs and giggles and carries on and like she's talking to the bestest of friends. It doesn't matter whose kid or what kid it is.
Yeah.
She thinks they're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
As long as you don't hug them or show them any affection. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was interesting. So at Easter, we were visiting the Breeze's family and her one family member has I think she's 3, just a little girl. And she came up, wanted to give me a hug. So I picked her up, gave her a hug, sat her down. I looked over and my daughter was full out mean mugging me. Like she was looking at me like, what the hell you think you're doing?
Yeah. Who are you hugging? What is this? What is this nonsense?
And then she turned around and looked at the little girl like, who gave you the right?
Yeah.
I mean, she was not impressed, to say the least.
What are you doing? What do you think you're doing?
And you could just read it on her face. I mean,
Yeah.
there was no mistaking it at all. She was not impressed.
Yeah, she is very expressive with her face.
So I'm hoping that's something that doesn't last. But I think she was definitely a little jealous there for a second.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have no doubt about that.
But yeah, it's been a fun couple of weeks. We got this little there's a company called Bumbo, and they make these little like foam seats that we can sit on the couch and sit her in. So she gets to sit up like a biggie girl, and she thinks that's great.
Yeah.
It's a nice change from being in the swing or being in the bouncer or being in her little hammock thing that we have, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now
she wants to move around. She wants to see things. And, I definitely noticed that the last time I hold her when she almost tried to leap right out of my lap. Of course, she wasn't going to go anywhere. I had her secured, but she definitely did. She definitely made a move for it.
Yeah, she has no fear.
Yeah, she's crazy for sure. Just like both of you, just like you and the breeze. So how are things going with you then, with juggling work and the family life? Have you settled into a kind of a thing, like a thing, like a schedule of sorts?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that we definitely have kind of a schedule. It's pretty much go home, come home, take care of the baby, make dinner, maybe go visit, my mom or my sister, or but most days we just kind of come home and do our thing. But she's still stationary, but that's not going to last long.
No, you won't have too much longer on that. That's for sure.
And I have a feeling once she knows how to be mobile, all hell is going to break loose. Once she knows she can move, we're going to be chasing her all over. Yesterday, no, Saturday it was, so 2 days ago. We actually had gone out for a walk and put her in her stroller, and she loved that, being outside and seeing all the different things around her. And so
I got some of those pictures. So yeah, she definitely looked like she was happy being outside.
So imagine how that's going to be when she realizes she can do that on her own.
Yeah. Yeah. Or when Uncle John takes her for a ride up and down the road and she decides that she wants to get out and walk or get down and walk. She's definitely going to be a walker before she crawls. There's no doubt about that either.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the case.
Yeah. As soon as she's mobile, she's going to be everywhere. No doubt.
And I'm going to need to get a new pair of running shoes.
Yeah. Or just running shoes.
Yeah, act like I own a pair of those.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When it's your first pair, it's not another pair, it's a pair. So, well, I think that's going to be about it for this episode. Just going to leave it another short one. We do try and leave these. No, not everyone's going to be a long one. Some of them are going to be short. So please leave us a comment. Share it out if you like this series. We're going to leave it ongoing for now. So if you're watching this episode, there are more episodes coming behind it. They will be on every other Thursday night at 6 p.m. That's when I'm going to be trying to have them posted or scheduled to be posted on YouTube and Rumble. We can schedule it to our Rumble channel now too. So YouTube and Rumble. Well, not YouTube. No, the series isn't on YouTube, at least at the time we're shooting this, because we still have 2 strikes. So this series isn't even on YouTube yet, because we haven't been able to upload. So on our Rumble channel, look for our series on there. We will be on our YouTube channel eventually, but try and follow us on our Rumble channel. We're trying to get more people to our Rumble channel. Hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment. We'll talk about it in a future episode. Visit our storefront, bonfire.com/store/The Boiling Point Podcast. Marcus Fredrickson, check out his music, reverbnation.com/Marcus Fredrickson. If you spotted my mistake in this episode tonight, please leave a comment on that too. It was only briefly. I don't even think Mizpah noticed it, but I definitely did. And if you can find it, then you go ahead and leave a comment. If you found it on the first time through, don't be going back to watch it and then leaving a comment. Only if you saw it on the first time. Anything else, Mizpah?
No, just if anybody wants to leave a comment for me or questions, or I'm more than willing to answer questions, or take in any recommendations, or anything anybody wants to leave me.
Yeah, leave us a comment. We've only had a couple episodes actually air so far because, like I said, they're every other Thursday. So we've only had 3 episodes air at the point that we're shooting this one. This is episode 9. So there's a little behind. If you leave us a comment, it will be a couple of weeks until we answer the question. But if we get enough questions, or we get a couple of people asking us questions, we can always do a special episode where we give Mizpah a Q&A. So leave a comment. Maybe we'll do a special episode. But for this one, for my executive producer, Mizpah, who is the new father, I am your host, Uncle JD. And that's the end.
Good night.